The Fisherman and the Demon, from where we left off. Good girl. Come here, Lucky. Good boy. Yeah. Okay. The demon cried, "O Solomon, prophet of God, forgive me, forgive me. Never again will I disobey you or defy your command." I heard, O happy king, that when the fisherman heard what the demon said, he asked, "Demon, what are you saying?" It has been more than 1,800 years since the prophet Solomon died, and we are now ages later. What is your story, and why were you in this jar? When the demon heard the fisherman, he said, "Be glad." The fisherman cried, "Oh, happy day." The demon added, "Be glad that you will soon be put to death." The fisherman said, "You deserve to be put to shame for such tidings. Why do you wish to kill me? I, who have released you and delivered you from the bottom of the sea and brought you back to this world." The demon replied, "Make a wish." The fisherman was happy and asked, "What shall I wish of you?" The demon replied, "Tell me how you wish to die and what manner of death you wish me to choose." The fisherman asked, "What is my crime? Is this my reward for having delivered you?" The demon replied, "Fisherman, listen to my story." The fisherman said, "Make it short, for I am at my rope's end." The demon said, "You should know that I am one of the renegade, rebellious demons. I, together with the giant Sakur, rebelled against the prophet Solomon, the son of David, who sent against me Asif ibn Barakira, who took me by force and bade me be led in defeat and humiliation before the prophet Solomon. When the prophet Solomon saw me, he invoked God to protect him from me and my looks and asked me to submit to him, but I refused. So he called for this brass jar, confined me inside, and sealed it with a lead seal on which he imprinted God's almighty name with a seal. Then he commanded his demons to carry me and throw me into the middle of the sea. I stayed there for 200 years, saying to myself, "Whoever sets me free during these 200 years, I will make him rich." But the 200 years went by and were followed by another 200, and no one set me free. When I enter the next 100 years, I vowed to myself, "Whoever delivers me during these 100 years, I will make him king, make myself his servant, and fulfill every day 3 of his wishes." But that 100 years too, plus all the intervening years, went by, and no one set me free. Then I raged and raved and growled and snorted and said to myself, "Whoever delivers me from now on, I will either put him to the worst of deaths or let him choose for himself the manner of death." Soon you came by and set me free. Tell me how you wish to die." When the fisherman heard what the demon said, he replied, "To God we belong, and to him we return. After all these years with my bad luck, I had to set you free. Now, forgive me, and God will grant you forgiveness. Destroy me, and God will inflict on you one who will destroy you." The demon replied, "It must be. Tell me how you wish to die." When the fisherman was certain that he was going to die, he mourned and wept, saying, "Oh, my children, may God not deprive us of each other." Again he turned to the demon and said, "For God's sake, release me as a reward for releasing you and delivering you from this jar." The demon replied, "Your death is your reward for releasing me and letting me escape." The fisherman said, "I did you a good turn, and you're about to repay me with a bad one." How true is the sentiment of the following lines. "Our kindness they repaid with ugly deeds. Upon my life the deeds of men depraved. He who the undeserving aids will meet the fate of him who the hyena saved." The demon said, "Be brief, for as I have said, I must kill you." Then the fisherman thought to himself, "He's only a demon, while I am a human being whom God has endowed with reason and thereby superior to him. He may use his demonic wiles on me, but I will use my reason to deal with him." Then he asked the demon, "Must you kill me?" When the demon replied, "I must," the fisherman said, "By the almighty name that was engraved on the ring of Solomon, the son of David, you will answer me truthfully if I ask you something." The demon was upset and said with a shudder, "Ask, and be brief." Intermission, we're going to work a little cigar unboxing into this story. All right. The government says you can't have menthol anymore in a lot of states. Well, I say piss on the government. Well, doesn't really look like a cigar to me, but I'll smoke 'em. Not bad. Back to the story. The fisherman said, "By the almighty name, tell me whether you really were inside this jar." The demon replied, "By the almighty name, I was imprisoned in this jar." The fisherman said, "You are lying, for this jar is not large enough, not even for your hands and feet. How can it be large enough for your whole body?" The demon replied, "By God, I was inside. Don't you believe that I was inside it?" The fisherman said, "No, I don't." Whereupon the demon shook himself and turned into smoke, which rose, stretched over the sea, spread over the land, then gathered and, little by little, began to enter the jar. When the smoke disappeared completely, the demon shouted from within, "Fisherman, here I am in the jar. Do you believe me now?" The fisherman at once took out the sealed lead stopper and hurriedly clamped it on the mouth of the jar. Then he cried out, "Demon, now tell me how you wish to die, for I will throw you into the sea, build a house right here, and sit here and stop anybody who comes to fish and warn him that there's a demon here who will kill whoever pulls him out and who will let him choose how he wishes to die." When the demon heard what the fisherman said and found himself imprisoned, he tried to get out, but could not, for he was prevented by the seal of Solomon, the son of David. Realizing that the fisherman had tricked him, the demon said, "Fisherman, don't do this to me. I was only joking with you." The fisherman replied, "You are lying. You are the dirtiest and meanest of demons," and began to roll the jar toward the sea. The demon shouted, "Don't, don't!" But the fisherman replied, "Yes, yes." Then in a soft and submissive voice, the demon asked, "Fisherman, what do you intend to do?" The fisherman replied, I intend to throw you into the sea. The first time you stayed there for 800 years. This time I will let you stay until doomsday. Haven't I said to you, spare me, and God will spare you? Destroy me, and God will destroy you? But you refused and persisted in your resolve to do me in. Now it is my turn to do you in. The demon said, Fisherman, if you open the jar, I will reward you and make you rich. The fisherman replied, You are lying. You are lying. Your situation and mine is like that of King Yunnan and the sage Duban. The demon asked, What is their story? And the fisherman began that story, and we'll catch that tomorrow.